Hey guys, it's RavenSylphe and I'm here today with the first part for a short tutorial series that I'm starting. Just to kind of give you guys an idea of how I do what I do. You know, how I make my machinima. Today, I was originally planning on doing this in just one big video. And I recorded that video. And it was a big rambling mess. And it was like 2 hours long. So I figured maybe cut it down a little bit and kind of try and focus each part on like specific things that I do that might be a little bit different than how other people make their machinima. I mean, for the most part, we all kind of do the same things. You know, we all Chroma-Key, you know, any of us that work with WoWModelViewer and After Effects like this, we all use, you know, we do the Chroma-Keying, we all do, you know, all these different, you know, a lot of us do all these different, the same kind of things. I don't think my technique is that different from, say, like Nixium or Kiilstofte, if you exclude Kiilstofte's amazing 3D animation skills, which I don't have at all. But for the most part, you know, we all kind of use the same tools, we all kind of do the same things, but I think there are probably some things that I do differently. And these could be things that I just do because, the others might have thought of, but they just don't do because they do take a little bit more time than what they could, I guess. I'm very nitpicky, I am very detail-oriented. And a bit of a perfectionist, so I kind of tend to get into the details, and I want things to look maybe not perfect, but close to it. And I wouldn't say my machinima is the best looking out there. That's for damn sure. I still Red Eye Lobing, his stuff is still so much better than mine will ever be, probably. Kiilstofte does some amazing stuff, so does Nixium. I don't think mine's really even up to theirs, so just, you know, let's get started before I depreciate myself anymore. Alright, anyways, so this first part, we're going to be getting into Chroma-Keying. I do Chroma-Keying a little bit differently than other people do. Of course, I do all my setups a little bit differently as well. Let's see here. So I've got a bunch of different characters, all with different colored armor, and different colored backgrounds. Because you're going to have characters that you're not going to want to do on a green screen. Blood elves you definitely don't want to do on a green screen. Because then they won't have any eyeballs. But there's also other things you kind of want to look out for when you are, when you're looking at doing with the chroma key. Well, let's start off with a character with a green screen. A lot of people think of, you know, when they think of like chroma key, they think of like green screening. And some characters are perfect for that. We've got Lucina here, who, I could probably do her on a red background if I wanted to, but we're doing it with a green screen. She does have some green to her and it'll affect the yellow colors, whereas probably a red screen wouldn't really affect her, any of her colors and stuff at all, as you'll see. Well, let's get into it. I don't just use color key, I also use Keylight. I used to only use Keylight, but I started when I started getting back into machinima and experimenting with it again and figuring out what I can do to improve it, I started using color key and Keylight together. Because I found if I just use Keylight, I don't know if it's it might be my model viewer, just the way that my footage is captured. My computer isn't the best. It's 4 years old with a 6-year-old hard drive. But if I go in here and I go and we chroma key this, and then we turn off the transparency layer here, and then we look in on the model, you see this white kind of lines along the model. Oops, I didn't mean to be moving the model around. There we go. But you'll see you'll see that light line along. I found it. You can even see like where it's come out of the model here. And that stuff is just utterly annoying, and it doesn't get any better no matter what you do. So what we want to do is we want color key in there as well. Pop your color key, grab your color, and this works for red, blue, which are usually the only ones you want to use. You really don't want to try and bring in any other colors, otherwise things get complicated. And my settings for this, well, if we let me pop in color, bring back in key light, and then we grab the green from here. You see that? Not a whole lot of differences until we start messing around with the like the color tolerance and the edge thin on the color key. I always set my tolerance to 50, and then we set our edge thin to 1. And watch, this will get rid of those white lines. Ta-da! And it seems like it thins the character, and it kind of does. Oops. But not to such a degree that it's really like noticeable, like the character is missing a finger or anything like that. It just kind of shaves off a little bit of it, and it gets rid of that white, and it's just a lot nicer. And then one thing you'll notice is her colors aren't the same anymore because of doing it with the key light. The key light will do that. So what we do is it has this nice option here for screen balance, which if we go to the right, it goes like that, but we want to go to the left, and that'll bring back more of her actual color. Though you can see the blue here, it's not quite the same as what it was originally. So what we want to do here, this is what I do, and this also works when you have, and I'll show this in another character in just a little bit. This also helps when you have a character where the Chroma-Keying process has left parts of them transparent. Well, at least like maybe not completely transparent, but you can see through the color to the background. So what we want to do here is we actually want to start by duplicating the model. Control D in After Effects duplicates. And then we need to create a new solid, and we want it to be the green. We want to make sure it is a green solid. And then we bring it down to the bottom here, and then you see this right over here, track matte. We want to click here, we want to go alpha matte and make sure that we have, you know, getting the matte off of that second layer. And that brings her colors back. But you'll notice that we also have more green in areas around her, which we don't want. So then we go into here and to the second layer here, the one that's being tracked, and we go up to color tolerance and we bring that up to 150. And that gets rid of a lot of that green. And thankfully the rest of the green that's like up in the glow here, that's easily taken care of with when you start going into your scene and adding in color correction and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you could possibly go in and do another edge thin to get rid of that, but for the most part, it's not that big of a deal. It's not affecting the character's look that much, and it won't affect them that much when you actually pull them into the scene. Next, I want to look at, like I said, that sometimes it can make your character transparent. So we're gonna pull up this one here. We're going to look at Karame here, and we're going to do the same process with her. We're going to color key and key light her as well. To our 50, and then our 1, and don't push that button, whatever button I pushed was. Anyways, and then bring her screen balance back. But look, you can very, very quickly see here in her cape, it's transparent now. We can see the checkerboard in the back. Same on her shield and on her armor as well. And this is easily fixed by the same technique that I used on the back here on this one. Do duplicate. We go ahead and go and do this to 150. make our solid. And again, do our alpha matte. And that gets rid of that transparency. Makes it all nice and solid again. And it works on all different color backgrounds. Let's see, we've got... I didn't grab a red, darn it. Grab this one here. Also works on characters in a blue screen. Let's grab our color key again, and our key light again, and grab the blue background. And then do our 50 and 1. You can see it really grayed out her. Bring it back here, and it's very, very grayed out. So then we want to bring in, again, we want to do, oops, gotta click the right thing here, Control D, and then bring this back up to 150, do new, solid, and then we need to grab the blue here. And then again, our track matte. And she's bright as rain. Except for that. Not sure what's up with that. Huh. But usually when you're wanting to work with, well, at least what I found with ModelViewer, when it comes to doing the Chroma-Keying, a lot of the particle effects will end up really messy, like that. Or like that, they'll pull the wrong colors for those. So usually when you're messing with ModelViewer, you kind of want to keep any particle effects turned off. Which is easily enough found in your settings. Let's see here, I think. Yeah, that's pretty much how I do my my Chroma-Keying. This works. I haven't had any characters where I've had a problem with it. And I said it works for blue. It also works for red. I unfortunately didn't record a character with a red background. I thought I had, but apparently I didn't. As I said, adding in the second layer and then having that do the track matte, do the alpha matte with a solid color. Of whatever your screen was, whether it was green or blue or red, will really help keep the characters together, you know, keep them from, you know, losing their transparency, losing their color. It's just the way I do it, you know. If you guys, and that'll be about it for this part. If you guys have any further questions, and anything that you would like me to go over that you've seen me do in any previous videos, any techniques I might be able to share, you know, kind of things that I can fill out this tutorial series with. The next episode is going to be we're going into shadows and color correction. Is what I've got planned, but if you guys have anything else you'd like to see before then, just let me know, and I will be sure to let you guys know, or be sure to take it into consideration. And even if I don't make a full video on it, maybe I could include it in my next video. But yeah, be sure to like and comment and subscribe if you guys enjoyed this. And like I said before, you know, let me know in the comments or on Twitter if you have any questions, and I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.